Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Ember of Emotions, and watch this story till the end. I promise it will touch your heart. It was a calm morning by the lake. The sun was slowly rising behind the distant hills, painting the misty water with soft shades of gold. Two fishermen, Daniel and Robert, had set out early that day. The lake was quiet, and only the sound of gentle waves hitting their wooden boat could be heard. For years, this lake had been their second home, a place where they shared laughter, silence, and countless untold stories. But that morning, something felt different. The mist was thicker than usual, and the wind carried a strange chill, as if the lake itself was hiding a secret beneath its surface. As Daniel cast his net into the water, Robert noticed something floating a few meters away, a dark wooden object rocking gently with the waves. At first he thought it was just a piece of driftwood, but as the sunlight hit it, he saw the faint shape of a box, old, soaked, and half-sunken. "Daniel, look at that," Robert said, pointing toward the mysterious object. Daniel rode closer, curiosity sparking in his tired eyes. The box looked ancient, covered in moss and rusted metal edges. They could tell it had been in the water for years, maybe decades. "What do you think is inside?" Daniel asked quietly. Robert hesitated. "Could be junk, or maybe something valuable. Let's pull it in." They threw a hook, caught the box, and with slow effort dragged it into the boat. The moment it landed on the wooden planks, they both felt the weight, not just physical, but something heavy, something that made the air around them feel colder. The lock was broken, yet the box seemed unwilling to open. Daniel wiped his hands on his shirt and slowly lifted the lid. Inside, wrapped in soaked cloth, was a small wooden frame. He unwrapped it carefully, revealing a faded photograph, a woman holding a little girl, both smiling, both wearing the same pendant around their necks. Under the picture lay an old journal, its pages fragile and damp. Robert looked at Daniel. "Should we read it?" Daniel nodded. As he opened the first page, a name was written in beautiful cursive: Lydia Miller, 1989. The first entry read, "If anyone finds this, please know. This box holds the last pieces of our life before the lake took everything." Daniel's hands trembled as he turned the page. The story unfolded. Lydia had lived in a small cabin near this very lake with her husband and daughter, Emily. It was a peaceful life until one stormy night, their boat capsized during a sudden flood. Lydia survived, but her husband and daughter never came back. She spent years by the lake, talking to the water, believing they were still there. One day she wrote her final entry, "Tomorrow I'll join them. This box carries my memories. Let it float where our love began." After that, the pages were blank. The men sat in silence, staring at the photograph. The morning sun had risen higher, but the world around them felt still, frozen in time. Daniel whispered, "She sent her memories to the water, and we found them." Robert's eyes glistened. It's like the lake wanted someone to remember her. They decided to take the box to the shore and place it near an old willow tree, the same spot Lydia mentioned in her journal. As they rowed back, a strange peace surrounded them, as if the lake was finally calm after years of carrying someone's grief. When they reached the shore, they set the box under the tree, placed the photograph upright, and stood there quietly. The breeze moved softly through the leaves, and for a moment, it felt like the air carried a whisper, "Thank you." Daniel turned to Robert. "Do you think spirits stay with what they love?" Robert smiled faintly. "Maybe not stay, but they never leave completely. As they walked away, Daniel looked back one last time. The sun's reflection shimmered across the lake's surface, and in that golden light, he thought he saw the faint outline of a woman and a child standing by the shore, smiling, peaceful, fading into the morning glow. Days passed, but the story didn't leave their minds. They returned to the lake every morning, not to fish, but to sit quietly near that willow tree. Sometimes a single white flower would float toward the shore, no one around, no footprints, just the water delivering its silent gifts. One morning, as Daniel sat alone, he noticed something under the tree, a small pendant shaped like a heart, the same one from the photo. He picked it up gently, feeling the warmth of sunlight on the metal, and tears filled his eyes. He whispered softly, "Rest now, Lydia." The lake rippled once, like a sigh. Years later, people still talked about the story of the fisherman and the floating box, a tale of love that refused to drown, of memories that the water kept safe until they were found by those who could feel their weight. And maybe that's the truth of life, that love never really disappears. It just finds new ways to be remembered. Daniel and Robert never fished again. They built a small wooden bench by the willow tree and carved into it. For Lydia and Emily, the lake remembers. Every evening, the sunset turned the water gold, and the ripples danced like tiny flames, the embers of emotion that never died. This was an Ember of Emotions original story, a reminder that even the things we lose are never truly gone. They live in the quiet places, in memories, and sometimes in a box floating across a forgotten lake. Thank you for listening. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more stories that will stay with you.